2024 Democratic ticket. His name's Joe Exotic, most famously known as the Tiger King. We all watched him during COVID. He announced his candidacy for president, and we were supposed to bring you an exclusive interview with Mr. Exotic himself from jail. Unfortunately, he was sent to solitary confinement. So we found the next best guest. Mike Robison is Joe Exotic's press secretary. He joins me now with his monkey Winston. I wanted to talk to Joe Exotic. What happened, Mike?
Well, all we can really say for sure is Joe has been silenced by the Department of Justice. We know this for sure because he's been speaking out about the corruption that's been happening in the justice system. And I believe that today's events of putting Joe in solitary is a direct result of his willingness to speak out and really call out the truth. We know that the Department of Justice obviously kind of is a two-tiered system, right? And Joe has been really amazing at pointing that out, showing that, and it's part of his own story.
So there was no violence. They just tossed him in solitary.
Correct. Yeah, Joe is one of those, like, he's just an inmate that lives on great behavior. He's such a good individual. You know, he's made such waves with building relationships with other people. So we know that this just has so much to do with the reality of Joe. Joe doesn't have a filter. We all know this. It's why we love Joe. It's why we fell in love with the character of Joe in Tiger King. But this is Joe.
You know,
100%.
I see you there with Winston. I was White House press secretary. As you know, I dealt with a lot of wild creatures. If Joe Exotic becomes President Exotic, you clearly deal with monkeys. You clearly deal with tigers. I mean, does Winston come to the podium with you?
Oh, yeah.
He's
oh, yeah.
To the podium.
Listen. This guy right here, he goes everywhere with me. He's my little sidekick. But I figured, you know, it's funny when you guys reached out today to talk about this Joe's story and Joe's platform for 2024. I thought it's obviously very appropriate to bring the animals along because it is who Joe is.
It makes a statement. I assume Carol Baskin as a running mate is a no-go.
Absolutely a no-go because, yeah, I mean, I could repeat Joe's phrasing on that, but the reality is that Carol and Joe, I mean, that's the same relationship Joe has with the Department of Justice. You know, they put him in there under a wrongful conviction. You know, folks can go check that out at Joe Exotic 2024/evidence. Check that out, you know, to see that folks have created committed perjury, which put Joe where he is today. But the truth is that was spearheaded by one person, and the Department of Justice played the game along with that one person.
Final question for you. Now, we've had a lot of Republicans on. We wanted a Democrat on, running for president. Tell me Mr. Exotic's platform.
You know, his is about really returning America to the people, right? Joe is your average guy. Now, he's a character, but he's your average guy. He really believes in the American people. He believes in the freedoms and the rights of American people, those Second Amendment rights, the freedom to build your life, build your business, and live how you believe is right. And so Joe is here fighting for the American people, not just to make America great again, but to return America to you as the American people.
One other question. Any chance Hunter Biden becomes Joe's cellmate anytime soon?
Well, we can only hope, but that's just proof that we have a two-tiered justice system. Joe should be out here, and we know that Hunter maybe should be exactly where Joe is right now.
Well, I joke. I enjoyed watching Tiger King. I'll say that during COVID. Mike Robison, go take care of Winston. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Kayleigh, thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Kennedy.